happy to have you here for a midweek edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This should be an intriguing contest. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. C.J. McCollum is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Daniels in at the 3 spot. And for Detroit, Harris and Duren together in the middle. Duncan Robinson is out there with Marcus Sasser. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. There's nothing like the intensity of coming down to the wire when both teams are fighting for playoff position, Grant.
Well, you know, B.A., for these teams, what you did before doesn't matter. You have to give everything in this game. It's essentially a bunch of one-game seasons from here to the finish line.
Now here's McCollum. Okongwu, a screen on Robinson. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. And it's Detroit with the ball. Sasser outside. Harris on the wing. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Takes a 3. The shot by Alexander-Walker, no good. Thompson finds Harris. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Can't cash it in from close range. Now Okongwu. In his last outing, 16 points for him. McCollum's shot is off. Okongwu against Duren. Pass to Sasser. Thompson outside. Robinson passes to Duren. Now here's Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Okongwu with the rebound.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
There's the screen by Johnson. Pass to McCollum. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. Look out! Oh, my goodness!
Little bit of flair on that one. And Johnson giving these fans a show.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? The Pistons have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Sasser outside. Now here's Duren, guarded by Okongwu. Duren, the pass to Harris. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Rissache. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. right, let's give a nod to defense now with a list of the teams leading the league in steals this month. The Hawks second. In the third spot, the Pistons.
Both teams are very disruptive defensively. They challenge ball handlers, roam the passing lanes, and basically create havoc.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Harris, out to the right wing. Here's Sasser, connects from downtown.
And finally, a made shot. They look a little relieved after that one.
And Atlanta with possession here. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
They had a lot of breaks go their way in that game, and hey, they cashed in when they could.
When you turn great defense into easy offense, you are going to put yourself in a great position.
And the last few seasons, Legs, C.J. McCollum playing mainly point guard, but for his career, mostly at the 2.
Yeah, listen, he can play either, certainly can be a lead guard when he needs to be, but shooting and scoring off the dribble is really his bread and butter, and he can get to it from any angle, any platform, in any situation.
Great player regardless.
Absolutely.
That free throw, no good. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special. No one expected to see that. He's been owning the line as of late.
Back to Harris. Pass to Sasser. 6 to shoot. Here's Thompson. Covered by Daniels. Shot's good by Thompson.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. McCollum outside. Picked up by Okongwu. 4-3. Goes back up, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Duren.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
One shot.
Well, Tim, despite their youth, the Hawks have been able to remain pretty competitive.
Well, when you look at this lineup, you see a lot of length and versatility, and that's where this league is headed. So they are creating a roster for positionless basketball.
Now here's Robinson in his last outing with 12 points. Johnson against Harris. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Harris misses.
Well, he is fighting through it right now, still looking to get his first make of the quarter, but it's been an ugly start.
Here's Alexander Walker. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Pistons trail by 4. Sasser outside. Harris up top. Detroit moving the ball around. Back to Sasser. Robinson passes to Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by Daniels. The Hawks lead by 4. Nice move. It's McCollum with a drive. And he lays it up and in.
Really tight handle right there by McCollum. He has every move he needs to find that open space.
And And the Pistons shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Duren with a screen on McCollum. Pass to Duren. Now Robinson. They need this. Rebounded by Johnson.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Duren with a steal. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Thompson, no good.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Okongwu with the bucket. Okongwu's got 7.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Here's Sasser. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Here we go. Time to get loud now. New York, Pistons. For your Pistons dance. Good dance, team.
Harris against Johnson. Pass to Robinson. Now here's Duren. He's guarded closely. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Oh, deflected. Back to Alexander Walker. Now McCollum fires the 3. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pistons trail by 11. Outside Robinson. Thompson outside. Pass to Duren. Here's Robinson. Puts up a 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Back to McCollum. Fades back. Duren with a rebound.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, BA. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Guys, back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Detroit has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Pass to Duren. And here's Robinson. And here's Sasser. McCollum defends. Clock at 6. Thompson with a screen. Here's Sasser. He can't get it to go. Oh, nice D from McCollum. The Hawks lead by 10. Now here's Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. Sasser on the double. Here's Daniels. And yep, it's good. And now a 12-point Atlanta lead.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Harris up top. Back to Sasser. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson finds Thompson. Here's Sasser. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Robinson against Johnson. Alexander Walker, the pass to McCollum. Robinson against Johnson. Pass to Harris. Here's Sasser to the inside. And here's Harris. Back to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And if Duren decides to go up and try to dunk that, who in this league is going to get in his way?
And here's Alexander Walker. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. For the Pistons, Green's checked in for Thompson. Jenkins comes in for Sasser. Kispert outside. Pass to Landale. Now here's Kispert. Launches a three. He buries it from 3. And the Hawks lead by 13.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Now here's Duren. His last outing, he had 20. 6 on the shot clock. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Outside Kuminga. On the wing, Vincent. Right side, Kuminga. Outside Rizachet. From deep. The rebound by Detroit. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure deep, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
A minute 29 left in the first quarter here. Kispert outside. he dunks it down.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Well, these days, interior offense takes great determination and discipline.
Now here's Green, still without a bucket. Pass to Jenkins. 5 on the clock. Back to Green. Now here's Vincent. Three-pointer, Kispert. Knocks down the long J. Kispert's got 8.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
There's 42 seconds left in the first. Outside Robinson. Pass to Harris. Here's Jenkins. He played a great game against the Lakers. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now Risache. Inside. Duren with a steal. Here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
A big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And so it's Atlanta up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Hawks.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
We've got Holland. He's out there with Paul Reed. Karis LeVert is out there with Green. And it's Jenkins in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now here's McCollum. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
But he also picked apart the defense with his passing. I mean, this guy can really read the floor.
Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
Landale inside, guarded by Reed. Landale, the pass to McCollum. Here's the pick. 5 to shoot. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Picked by Reed. The shot. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Give credit to LeVert. The correct choice in the pick and roll. Sometimes it's best to just give up the rock.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. McCollum taking his time here. Landale, the pass to McCollum. Back to Landale. Kispert outside. Pass to McCollum. The Pistons clear it.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Down low. It's picked off. Kuminga finds McCollum. It's stolen. Here's Jenkins. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Here's Kispert following the score by Detroit. Pass to McCollum. And And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast table.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
And he knocks down the first one.
The one thing you love about C.J. McCollum, it's that high basketball IQ. He is just so clever on the floor.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Thompson comes in for LeVert. And Sasser subbed in for Jenkins. And McCollum drops them both. Pistons trail by 14. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Duren with it. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Detroit shooting their first free throws of this game.
First team foul. At the line for your Pistons.
Shoot two.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising. I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Kispert outside, fires from deep. His first miss of the game, 3 of 4 from the field now. Pistons trail by 14. Pass to Green. Back to Sasser, deflects the pass. Now Green. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet, just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point land. They get the rebound. Here's Holland. Shea with some nice D. Atlanta leading by 14. Landale, the pass to Kispert. Back to Landale. And they're running. And the dunk by Duren.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
And so it's Atlanta with it. At one point, they led by 16. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. The Pistons in second, the Hawks third.
Each one of these teams are adept at not just forcing turnovers, but also cashing in once they take away the ball.
And Atlanta with possession here. Leading by 12. Pass to McCollum. Out to Kuminga. Shot clock at 5. Johnson a screen on Green. Shea misses off the right iron. For Detroit, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. And it's hammered home by Green.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Pass to Shea. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Thompson pulls it in. Pistons trail by 10. Here's Green. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Legs, more and more, we're seeing teams investing in player development. What's behind that?
Well, for one thing, more teams understand that your development staff doesn't count toward the cap, so you're open-ended in that regard. And there are teams now looking for an edge by investing in areas where they're not constrained.
Winning on the margins, man. The first one falls. Harris is checked in for the Pistons. And both free throws good for Green.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
And here's McCollum. 11 points in the game. Unloads. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. McCollum's got 8 points here in the quarter.
This looks like it's going to be a big night for him.
Now here's Sasser. Jacks up a 3. The offensive rebound. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Atlanta leading by 8. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. 0.5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. The Pistons have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Back to Thompson. Out to Harris. To the middle. Here's Sasser. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Here's Shea. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Johnson a screen on Green. Here's Shea. Drives to the hoop. It's good. Shea's gotten his first points in this one.
Good to see Shea attacking like that. When he sees the lane open up, he gets real aggressive.
Pistons trail by 10. Tim, talk about what Tobias Harris has brought to the Detroit Pistons.
Well, Brian, he has just stabilized them on the floor. And Coach Bickerstaff said it best. Harris knows what the game needs, and he has the versatility to get it done.
And the dunk by Duren.
They're almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow, just wow.
And Atlanta with possession here. At one point, they led by 16. McCollum on the wing. Sasser defending. Here's Risache. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. The Pistons have gone 8 of 11 in the second quarter. Outside, Green. Taken away. Risache with the ball. Now Thompson defending. And here's Kuminga for 3. Here's Johnson. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Get ball, Pistons fans. It's time to cheer on the Pistons High Squad. Here comes the Pistons High Squad. Show them some love, fans.
Detroit making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Landale. Dyson Daniels comes in for Risache. And it's Alexander Walker in for C.J. McCollum. Pistons trail by 12. Sasser with the ball. 5 points in the game. Duren with a screen on Johnson. For 3, here's Harris. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Duren's got 6 here in the quarter.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Pass to Daniels. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
I really like Daniels' decision-making. He is so good at reading pick and rolls and knowing when to take it himself and when to dish it.
And here's Duren. Sasser outside. And he lobs it up to the rim. Duren, the pass to Harris. Here's Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robinson on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Out to Harris. There's the 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Daniels. And that one's good. Daniels has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Now Sasser. Pass to Duren. Now Robinson. Now Thompson. He's watched by Kuminga. Duren, the screen. Thompson in the post. Kuminga's on him. Shot's good by Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Man, that was impressive. Johnson can flat out fly.
Here's Sasser. He's got 5. Harris outside. Back to Sasser. Clock at 6. Robinson passes to Thompson. Shoots over Kuminga. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Atlanta leading by 14. Outside, Alexander Walker. Kuminga with a screen on Harris. Johnson inside, pounded by Harris. And Daniels gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. 6 points for Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, it's one of his favorite spots right there. Daniels using his reach to get himself an easy bucket inside.
Thompson outside. Robinson on the wing. Sasser outside. Back to Robinson. Here's the three. Drills it from deep. Robinson's got 6 points.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Outside Johnson. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Alexander Walker. Picked up by Okongwu. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Duren. Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Alexander Walker, Nickeil, Alexander Walker, 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
Ricochet, he's checked in for Kuminga. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Sasser outside. Harris outside. Looking to end this cold spell. Johnson with the defensive effort. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Okongwu finds Johnson. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to Ricochet. Over Thompson. And we've reached halftime in this one. The Hawks on top, up by 15. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and we're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that game against the Pelicans, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent, not so much.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Atlanta Hawks.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly the way they drew it up.
Yeah, this one might already be over.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, you know, C.J. McCollum has been really making an impact here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Pistons trail by 15. On the floor for Atlanta. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Daniels in at the small forward. Outside Robinson. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. Robinson's got 9 points.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Now here's McCollum. Sasser defending. Picked up by Okongwu. McCollum, the pass to Okongwu. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant 1 foul.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant 1 there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. 1 more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. First one falls for him. And you could argue Onyeka Okongwu is a little undersized at the center position, but it's hard to overlook his impact, Tim.
Well, that's because he contributes in so many areas. Blocks, steals, rebounds. He can make plays, you name it. And he keeps adding to his game year after year.
Legs, we've seen players extend their primes, extend their careers. What's behind that?
Well, I think you have to look at the absolute best, LeBron James, and what he has been able to do in making that investment in terms of caring for his body. It's a role model that all players should emulate.
Question is, can anybody replicate what LeBron has done?
Boy, that's going to be tough to copy that.
Pistons trail by 16. Pass to Harris. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Sasser taking 2 shots.
And he drops the first. And so he makes both from the line. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Pass to Okongwu. Now here's McCollum. Driving to the basket. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, a lot of intensity out there by McCollum. You see him there on that drive, getting into the defense and not backing down.
Well, we've seen him miss a couple from the line. He's 2 for 4 so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. and McCollum drops them both. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Inside. And Harris throws it down.
Well, if Tobias Harris sees a lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it.
Atlanta leading by 14. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to McCollum. Six to shoot. From about 19, Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Harris. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Robinson for three. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Daniels. Lays it up and banks it in. Daniels has got 8.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Now Thompson. Back to Sasser. It's tipped. McCollum with a steal. Pass to Alexander Walker. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Daniels outside. Now McCollum. Tipped away. Johnson against Harris. Soft touch off the glass. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
That make brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Back to McCollum. From behind the arc. Duren with a steal. Pass to Harris. He goes up, and Harris throws it down.
Well, you can't waste fast break opportunities, and Harris knew that. He found the look he wanted.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside, Johnson. Outside, Alexander Walker. Okongwu, a screen on Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pistons trail by 14. Pass to Duren. Harris on the wing. Now here's Robinson, covered by Alexander Walker. And here's Robinson. 9 points in the game. Harris outside. 5 on the clock. Pistons keep it alive. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And they've also done an outstanding job scoring in the paint, getting close looks and just pounding them inside.
The free throw drops for Duren.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Now here's McCollum. 15 points in the game. Okongwu, the pass to Alexander Walker. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Duren.
Man, good whistle there. You know, that was an excellent play right there, using his strength to power through contact.
This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Holland, he's checked in for Duren.
Nickeil, Alexander Walker. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And the free throw, no good. There are usually one or two mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Jump the move. Let the ball move. I'll take it 2 left feet there. Let's see.
And how about a look at the top shot blocking teams in the NBA this season? The Pistons, number 1.
And what's been most impressive about this team is how intense they've been on the defensive end. It's not just 1 or 2 guys getting blocks for them. It's been a team effort, which is why they lead the league in blocks per game.
On defense, Atlanta. Thompson outside. Outside Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Thompson. Here's Sasser. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Hawks lead by 15. Alexander Walker, the pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Detroit is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. To the middle. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. And in the first year of a 5-year, $150 million extension, Jalen Johnson, a key player for his team moving forward, Legs.
And he's coming off that shoulder surgery, an injury which ended his season prematurely. And he's a lefty, so hopefully that won't be an issue going forward.
Let's not forget he's Milwaukee tough, too. Now here's Sasser. 7 points in the game, 4 on the clock. The 3.
Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Daniels passes to Johnson. And here's Okongwu. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Give him 8 points now. And down it goes. 2 points. Alexander Walker's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And it's Detroit with the ball. 19-point game. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. And that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. Robinson on the wing, covered by Alexander Walker. Sasser outside. Thompson, a screen on McCollum to halt the run. Kept alive. Sasser outside. Thompson, a screen on McCollum. Back to Thompson with the clock winding down. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside Johnson. Out to the right wing. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is looking. You look at the Pistons, They have looked in control all season long. Aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And checking out the Hawks. Currently, they're 5 spots behind them.
Right now for Detroit, they've really set the standard in their conference, on track to claim home court advantage in the playoffs. They feel this is their year, and you know what? They may be right.
Landale's checked in for Atlanta. Thompson outside. Down low. Here's Robinson. Pass to Holland. Sasser outside. Up and over McCollum. And again, no good by Detroit.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Now here's Landale. Fires the 3. Here's Johnson. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Holland. Back to Sasser. Robinson to 3. And he gets it back. And the foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul of the game. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Hawks. Ricochet comes in for Alexander Walker.
Jonathan Kuminga, Ricochet.
Pass to Robinson. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's McCollum. Here's Kuminga. Sasser defending. The jump hook. Holland with a rebound. Pistons trail by 21. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? And it's Detroit with the ball, following the score by Atlanta. Harris outside. Pass to Robinson. The 3. That falls. Nice setup by Harris. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight. Now here's Kuminga. He's scoreless. And here's Landale. Pounded by Harris. Now here's Landale. Guarded closely. Just 5 to shoot. Hits a 3-pointer.
Wow, I just love how McCollum responded with that 3 of his own, showing you what a competitive player he is.
Now here's Sasser. 7 points in the game. Beyond the arc. Kuminga pulls it in.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
Landale with it, and Sasser picks him up defensively. And there's the foul. It'll go on Marcus Sasser. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And some changes here for Detroit. Reed's checked in for Harris. Green comes in for Thompson. Jenkins comes in for Sasser. Atlanta also making some changes. Kispert comes in for Johnson. And it's Wallace in for C.J. McCollum. He drops it from range. Kuminga's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And that has been his biggest challenge since entering the league. Kuminga continues to work on becoming a more reliable deep shooter.
Here's Jenkins. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. From 18 feet away, it's hauled in by Landale. Landale's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Wallace. 1:49 left in the 3rd. Kispert outside. Good work defensively by Robinson. To the inside. It's stolen by Kuminga. And a fast break now for Atlanta. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now. forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And we've got 1:18 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Green. Picked by Reed. Will it go? And that one's good. Green's got 7.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Kispert. He's got 10. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
It's his first trip to the line.
The line for the Hawks. Landell. Jock Landell. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Hey, when you start locking it down at the line, good things tend to happen.
Herter's checked in for the Pistons. And a change for the Hawks. Newell, he's checked in for Wallace. He's perfect from the line this time.
They're doing great work at the free throw line this half. That bodes well for their chances to close out this game.
Pass to Herter for 3. And Detroit another 3.
If any defense gives you that much cushion, you have to take that shot.
Kispert outside. Now here's Landale. Back to Kispert. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And this coaching staff likes to see that. Jonathan Kuminga keeping others involved.
The Pistons shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Here's Herter, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. With 2 seconds left. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Holland, Duren out there with Paul Reed. Then it's Javonte Green, and it's Jenkins in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Man, it's like he's jumping off a trampoline. Kuminga that time going high for the jam.
Kuminga's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Here's Jenkins. McCollum defends. And the bucket is good.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
And so McCollum will bring it up for Atlanta. To the paint. Here's Landale. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Green with the ball. Pass to Jenkins. Picked by Reed. Down low. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Jock Landale.
At the line for your Pistons, Reed, Reed, 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Here's McCollum, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal.
Well, McCollum is very knowledgeable about how to draw a whistle. That's what veterans do in this league.
CJ McCollum, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Jenkins. Here's Holland. Ricochet covering. It's stolen by Kuminga. McCollum on the wing. Launches it. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
I love McCollum's versatility as a scorer. He moves just all over the floor and gets it done.
Here's Jenkins. McCollum defends. Pass to Reed. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Now McCollum. It's stolen away. All alone on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Here's McCollum, following the score by Detroit. The floater. Clock at 6. Landale, the pass to Kuminga. The three from Ricochet. No good.
Trying to close out. You gotta know who's hot and who's not.
Pass to Jenkins. Here's Holland. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the dunk by Duren.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
Atlanta's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Landale, the pass to McCollum. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. McCollum's got 24.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And the Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. Newell, he's checked in for the Hawks. Now here's Ricochet. Kispert, right side, goes up on the baseline, and it's Harris with the rebound. For Detroit, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Pass to Jenkins. Green, a screen to the middle. And it's hammered home by Green.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Kispert, the pass to Kuminga. Here's Newell, pounded by Harris. Outside Risache, lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Detroit.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jenkins. No good from outside. And the Hawks shooting at a fantastic 68% from the floor. Back to Landale. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. And here is Kuminga. Pass to Landale. And here's Kispert. They get it back outside Risache. Now here's Kuminga. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Kispert. Second shot opportunity, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, with a league-wide focus on 3-point shooting, Corey Kispert should feel good about his job security, Tim.
Yeah, sharpshooters are always going to be in demand, Brian, and that's Kispert's primary role. But he's also become an efficient finisher at the rim.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. For the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for Reed. Robinson comes in for Green. And Sasser subbed in for Jenkins. Good on the second one. The Pistons have gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the 4th. 6 of 7. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And 12 points for Tobias Harris.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Risache. Pass to Landale. Now Kispert. The 3 from Risache. Back to Kispert. The 3 ball. And Atlanta misses again.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
Outside Robinson. Drops in the 3. Robinson's got 9 points now in the second half.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
Now here's Kispert. Sasser defending. Pass to Landale. And here's Risache. This one for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Robinson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga.
15 seconds. At the line for two, Duncan Robinson.
Free throw good, Robinson. And the Pistons making a change here. Duren's checked in. And both free throws good for Robinson. Atlanta leading by 21. Kispert outside. Pass to Risache. Outside Kuminga. Fires for three. The rebound by Detroit. Harris has got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Sasser. Thompson outside. Harris outside. Pass to Robinson. The 3 is up. Kispert grabs a miss.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Right side Risache. Now here's Kispert. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Sasser. And the call will be on Corey Kispert. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
Detroit with the ball. Sasser outside. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, it's really turned around for him because he really took care of the ball in the first half.
The Hawks lead by 23. Risache with the ball. Inside. Newell can't get it to go. For Detroit, they've gotten 8 of 10 attempts in. Very productive here in the fourth. And Thompson gets it to go.
Yeah, he just needs more shots. He has to get more involved.
Here's Kispert. Pass to Risache. Here's Newell. Pounded by Harris. Here's Kuminga. Landale with a screen. The 3 from Risache. On target from range.
His first 3 of the game. Maybe that gets him going from out there.
Detroit has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And here's Robinson. Pass to Harris. 5 to shoot. Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good.
Well, you know, he's been around the league a really long time, but Tobias Harris still performs at a high level every night.
Heald's checked in for Kispert. And Harris drops them both. Here's Risache. Pass to Kuminga. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Atlanta making some changes here. Houston comes in for Landale, and Vincent is subbed in for Hield. Here's Newell. Vincent outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Houston. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Thompson.
Third personal foul, team 4. Shooting for Atlanta. Houston at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. And so he hits both. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Holland. And there's the screen. Down low. It's stolen by Kuminga. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Risache. Here's Vincent. Rebound Detroit.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Hawks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
And after dropping 3 games to this team on the year, they have to be ecstatic to get the win.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Jalen Johnson.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his fingerprints are all over it.
Back to Reed. Tipped. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. The Hawks making a switch here. Gay's checked in. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Vincent outside. Left side Risache. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Robinson passes to Harris. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. 5 on the clock. A shot to stop the run. Sasser gets the bucket. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Johnson.